Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games, but first reveal our dad joke of the day and this day in history. All right, for Monday, April 13th, what did the policeman say to his belly button? You're under a vest. Jeez. Yikes. All right. What do you think happened on April 13th, 1360? Feels like just yesterday. Hailstorm kills English troops. On April 13th, 1360, a hailstorm killed an estimated 1,000 English soldiers in Chartres, France. The storm and the devastation it caused played a pivotal role in the Hundred Years' War between England and France. The Hundred Years' War began in 1337, and by 1359, King Edward III of England was actively attempting to conquer France. In October, he took a massive force across the English Channel to Calais. I don't know how to pronounce French. In April 1360, Edward's forces burned the Paris suburbs and began to move towards Chartres. While they were tramped, while they were camped outside the town, a sudden storm materialized. Lightning struck, killing several people, and hailstones began pelting the soldiers and scattering horses. The heavy losses suffered by the English on what later became known as Black Monday were seen by many as a sign from God. King Edward was convinced to negotiate peace with the French. All right. Should have brought their umbrellas, obviously. All right, that was a bad joke. I would like to thank the following members for starting a new month. Thank you to Adam Gregory, Big Davy, Eric, Katie, and Kiki Kohler. All right, well, let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We've got magic wand, velvet rope, mushroom, cape, lasso, handkerchief, marquee, house, pen, box office, camera lens, ticket line, Montana, baseball player, soprano, and rabbit. Why did Montana make me think of Hannah Montana first? Maybe it is Hannah Blink. Hannah Lasso. I mean, there's Ted Lasso, and there's House. Are these like last names of title characters? Hannah Montana, Ted Lasso, House, Tony Soprano. Kind of an interesting mix of last names, but it definitely could be. Let's try it. Sure is. And it's blue, eh? +2 to blue got me immediately. Why did I think of Hannah Montana? Because it was correct. Thank you, Shirt. We've got a handkerchief and a magic wand, which would be used by a magic show. A rabbit, pull a rabbit out of your hat. Would it be a cape? I'm thinking like they often do like magician costume or something. Like you're dressing up as a magician. So this could be that. I didn't see if it was the rainbow. It's not a rainbow herring, but I didn't see if it was a red herring. What I mean by that is it was it like all in the top 2 rows or something. I'm not sure that it would have been because these are bottom. So let's just try magician costume. All right, it is correct. Accessories for a magician. We have a ticket line and a box office and a velvet rope and wait, what's the other one? Something you'd need at a event to get into an event. I don't know, or like you know what I mean, like outside of a theater for people to get in. I want to put camera lens for like paparazzi, but like things seen at a VIP event, like a celebrity event. That would leave pen, mushroom, baseball player, and marquee. What would this be? It would be purple for sure. I mean, that one's not purple, so. Mushroom, pen, baseball player. It's got to be a things that, right? Because I don't think it would be a fill in the blank. Like a marquee is like a scrolling text. I don't know if it can mean anything else. Mushroom. Mushroom can be the physical noun mushroom, obviously the thing like fungus, but you can also have something mushroom, like as a verb, it can get bigger, it can mushroom. There's like mushroom cloud. I mean, baseball player. Baseball player, like what would we describe a baseball player as doing? Is it things with a cap? Yeah. So it's not marquee, it's camera lens, and marquee goes with our theater, which actually makes sense. You have kind of scrolling text of what movies are playing or something. Okay, I saved myself by figuring out purple. These are like things with caps. They have caps. There we go. And then this is like seen outside a theater or something like that. Hey, look, I got it right. Seen outside a theater. Cool. All right. Well, I didn't really struggle. I don't know what the difficulty is, though. I almost made one mistake, but it wouldn't have been that bad. We've got a soccer player pulling off a pretty cool kick move, but I don't know. It looks kind of like a tether ball or a sperm or something. I don't know what's going on there. I mean, it's the path that the ball took, but what's that have to do with anything in the list there? Maybe there was a rainbow herring I didn't notice. 2.3. Okay. 73%. Yeah. I thought it would be a little higher, but I guess there were some, I mean, when it comes to trivia categories, it really comes down to do you know it? Like there's not really a good way to figure it out often. My order's 1 in 425. I think probably people would lock in yellow and purple the other way. I just kind of knew what purple was, so I figured I'd lock that in first. That's why I never look at third guess and fourth guess. Because like, what's the point? They could be swapped. People are getting yellow and green. Yeah. People who are losing are getting yellow and green. Yeah. People losing are getting yellow and green. We got a good 14% of losses got yellow green, 6% got only green. So green is slightly easier than yellow in terms of did you lose or not, which is interesting because yellow beats green on the first, but forever green beats yellow. You either saw it or you didn't, I guess. Yeah, so I'm not the only one who wanted to put camera lens in with yellow. I didn't make any mistakes, but that would have been a mistake if I hadn't been more careful. Putting house in, yeah, so like kind of calling the theater the house, I suppose. Putting pen in, is there a let's see, Lasso House, Pen, and Montana? Are we thinking ranch life, or are we thinking there's a title character with last name Penn? I can't think of one, but I'm not all that familiar with every TV show. Definitely not. Putting Velvet Rope in for magic show props? Maybe. Putting Lasso in for purple. I think you're down to purple blue. I don't know. Are we thinking image editor? Or are we thinking something else? I don't know. Interesting. People are doing yellow first, green first, almost tied. Blue first is at 6%. Purple first is at 2%. People are putting camera lens in with yellow. People are putting velvet rope in with magician stuff. All right, cool. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do pips for Monday, April 13th. We'll do the easy, medium, then hard. Let's play. Okay. The only 5 we have goes here. We don't know about the 4s yet. The only 3 we have goes here. Did I do this right? No. It goes this other way. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now the only 4 we have goes there. Only 2 we have goes there. Only 1 we have goes there. All right. Let's move on. Medium. Lots of equals. Lots of equals. We know a double goes here. There has to be. Does there have to be a double in this one? Probably, but maybe not have to. But how many doubles do I have? Oh, I just have a double 5. So double 5 goes somewhere in here. It could be rotated the other way. We have 2 more 5s, so 5 blank and a 5-4. So I would like to see the 5 blank go down because we have more blanks than 4s. This would be probably a double blank. Otherwise, we don't have to have another 5 blank. But I want that. Oh, actually, hold on. No, I want to do this. And then the blank blank can go there. And then I can do the 5-4 here with our 4-1 down. This can be our double 1, which I just noticed we have. So I hope this was right. 1, 2, and then blank 3. Okay. So I got lucky because I did not see the double 1. How do we figure out that it was supposed to be double 1? Probably the fact that it's 5-4 and 5 blank. Ooh, that does feel interchangeable. But then we don't have enough blanks for this equal. So the 5 blank would go up. I'm kind of curious if there's another solution to this, or if it breaks at some point. Because then the blank 3 could go down there. I'm not convinced that you can't put the 1s up here. How would you figure that out? All right. I can't play it again, so we'll just do the hard. Actually, if I refresh, will it let me play it again? It does. Okay, so let's play it again. Let's put the 1. Let's put the 5 down here. With the 5 blank going up, and then the blank 3 going down. That's kind of what I was seeing. The 1-1 goes. Okay, this is blank blank. Let's put the 1-1 up here. We can put the 1-4 here. We can put the 4-5 here. And we can put the 2. Yeah, so there's... Oh, so what's wrong? Oh, the blank 3 isn't less than 3. That's the only thing keeping this solution from working. I wonder if there's a workaround. There may not be. There may not be. Okay. And so it's the 2 versus the 3 here. Oh, that's kind of nasty, isn't it? Anyway, let's do the hard. Just a ring. Let's see if we can figure out which direction the ring goes and mark it out. So do we have... How many equals dominoes do we have? Well, we don't have any, so that just gives away that this goes around like this. All right. So how do we get started on this? Probably the 2. It's either blank 2 or 1-1. We do have 2 1s, so let's work off of the idea of it being 1-1 for now. And these are kind of interchangeable for now, but we may swap them. So this needs to be a 6. We have 6, 4, and 6 blank. Well, we're not putting a 4 into a less than 3. So this is 2 or another blank. This has to be 5. So we have 5, 2 or 5 blank. I think I want my blanks later. Greater than 9. Actually, cannot. Oh, we could put a 6 here. We don't have another 4. Okay, actually, we don't have the equals left. Okay, so this vibe was wrong. Let's try not to vibe it. What can we do? Maybe we should think about the equalses. I have 2 1s, but if I use the 1s and the 2, I can't do that down here. Oh, I have to have something bridging the gap of something I have another of. So 6, 4. We have another 4, another 6, so that would work. 4, 1. Well, I don't know. Are the 1s going up here, or is it a 0, 2? I don't know. Hold on. Did I put a 2 in the 9? And think that 6 got us to 9? I think I did. You can't put a 2 in a 9. So it's not going to be 1, 1. So it's going to be blank 2. I have a 2, 5, a 2, 4. The blank I have is 3 and 6. So there's options there. Shoot. Okay, here's what I'm thinking, though. I'm thinking 0, 3, and then 6 blank. Just because this is a less than 3. So this would be a 1 or a 2. But I do wonder if we're doing like... Okay, greater than 9, we need the 5, 6, or 4, 6. So we don't have another 6, at least with this placement. This has to be a 2. We have 2, 1, which isn't going in a 9. We have 2, 5, which is. Or we're 2, 4. Darn. Okay, if I did the 2, 5, this is a 4 with something we have another of. We do have another 2. We do not have another 6. So we do 4, 2, and we do... Oh, but 2, 1 is definitely not going in a 9. So I think I got to do the 2, 4 here. And then I don't have another 5. I do have another 1, and this could be 1, 4. But then I still don't have... I have 2 5s, but I don't have 2 of something else. Yeah, this is why this is hard, because there's no way to get into it. I think it's got to be these equals. Okay, this is a 4, 5, or 6 leading into something that I can then bridge and have another of. I feel like I need to like draw a relationship graph or something, but I don't really want to do that. So we have a 4, 6 here. Where else would 4, 6 get used? That's actually an interesting question. Maybe up here, but... If I did 6, 4 here, I could do 4, 1 here, and then 1, 2 here. That feels right, especially because I'm pretty sure this is blank 2. I think it has to be blank 2, actually. 1, 1 wasn't going to work. And so now this has to be a blank going into something that's going to add us to 9. So I like the blank 6 here with our 4, 2. And so now we have blank 3 or blank 5, neither of which we can add to 9 anymore. Darn it. So is it blank 3 with a 6 blank up? And then we have 2, 4. No. Okay, I need 2 5. The 2 5s or the 2 2s go here. So maybe like 5 2 here, 2 4 here. Well, this is a little more promising. Shoot. But not enough. It feels like there should be like, I mean, obviously if I put this there, that doesn't add to 2. Everything else works though. So it feels like I'm close. But what do I replace? I don't have a 6-2 to just kind of swap in there. My other blank is a blank 5, which would go with a 4. Okay, so let's try the blank 5. This would require 4-2 to be here. And then blank 6, but I don't have another 2 for here. So would this be 6 blank with a blank 3? But then now I need a 6 here. I need a 6 blank. That's this one. But now I don't have another blank for here. That would be this one. But now I don't have another blank for here. I'm so confused. I think we have some kind of huge contention for our blanks. So I don't think I can do blank blank here. Let's see if I can prove that. So I definitely need a blank. I'm going to call it 0 from now on. I hate saying blank. I don't know why I keep saying it. I need a 0 in the 2. Definitely. Now, the less than 3 could be 1, 1, but then I can't do this 4, 1 here. So maybe that's the issue. But then I can't do the 6, 4 here. I don't know. Where else does the 6, 4 go? I suppose I could go up here maybe, but not really. Be a 4, 1 and 4, 2. I really think this is the only spot for 6, 4. As much as I hate to, I'm going to pull everything out because I need to think about this 6, 4 better. So, definitely not here. I don't know why I'm pulling it around. Can't put a 6, 4 here. Can't put a 6, 4 here. 6, 4 here might be possible, but it's not because we would need a 6 blank into a greater than 9. And if I switch it this way, we need a 4, 1 or a 4, 2 into a greater than 9. So the 6, 4 can't go there. 6, 4 here. Again, we would need a 1 or a 2 into a 9, which what doesn't work. Or if we flip it around, then I need a 6 blank into a 9. So yeah, that doesn't work there. This is where I think it is. What about a 6, 4 across here? So 4, 1 or 4, 2 into there would make a lot of sense. But here again, 6 blank into greater than 9 does not. Can't do it there. Less than 3, less than 3. Yeah, the only spot for 6, 4 is where I put it. But it could be the other. Okay, can it be the other way? If I were to put that there, then the problem is that then puts a blank into our equal. And I think we need, so a 0 into our equal. I need 1, 2, how many zeros do I have? I have 3 zeros. If this was 1, 1, I might be able to get away with it. We know one of the zeros goes up here. So let's see. If I did the 6, 0, sorry. Yeah, 6, 0 here would be forced. Oh, the problem is I don't have another 6 for here. This would be 6, and this would need to be 6. Because we need to add greater than 9. We need to add 10 or more. With a 4, that means 6. Okay, so that's no good. So it is exactly what I had put. It's this. Now, so this is a 4, and it's either 4, 1 or 4, 2. I already tried the 4, 1, so we're going to try the 4, 2 instead. Now this would require to be a 2, 1, because it can't be 2, 5. And that's what I was saying. I want it to be 1, 1. And now this is 5, 2. Yeah, so this ends up being 6, 6. so that we can do that. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, sorry. I thought about that wrong in my head. I like swapped it twice in my head. I don't know what's happening here. Sorry, like this. Oh my gosh, like that. Thank you. All right. Yeah, it ended up being hard because like, what was the in? The in was the 6-4, and then you had to try 4-1 and see that it kind of just breaks, and then you try 4-2 and then it works. I don't know if there's like another in besides the 6-4 that like combined gets you there. Probably the fact that this had to be 1-1 and this had to be 0-0, but I'm not entirely sure. All right, cool. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do the mini and Midi crosswords for Monday, April 13th. Let's play. Symbol in the middle of Captain America's shield is the star, pretty sure. Chanel's interlocking C's, for example. Logo. Content creators output. Video. 2-word denial. No thanks. I didn't. I don't know. Fits one inside another. Part of an office presentation, a slide. List that might have checkboxes, to-dos. No, it can't be plural. List that might have checkboxes, to do. Maybe it is to-dos? I don't know. Contract neighbor. Agent. Neighbor. Negotiator. Contract negotiator. Jimmy Fallon's house band with the Roots. French for wine. Let's see. I don't is tour denial. Fits one inside another. Nests. Why was this? So vin is wine. Why was this to-dos? List that might have a checkboxes. Usually it's called a to-do list, but I suppose you could title the list to-dos. Does anyone actually do that? To-dos. I mean, it's multiple to-do items. Okay. Anyway, that's a bit strange, but let's move on to the MIDI. The MIDI's called Go On Ahead, and it's all caps, which is a little... Why is it yelling at me? I don't like when crosswords yell at me. All right. Probing boxing punch. Probing boxing punch? Is that a jab? Is that... Probably not. Let's just keep going. Blank vu. Deja vu is an eerily familiar feeling. Radio journalist Shapiro. I always want to put Ben Shapiro, and it never is. It's some other dude, and I never remember actually what his name is. So I'm not going to put Ben. Green blank. Special Forces soldier. And we're all in caps. We're yelling again. Green beret. Are these all hats? Yeah, you go on ahead. Pack animal of the Himalayas. A yak, probably. Yakety sacks? Don't. What is it? Don't. Yakety sack, don't. Something back. Don't look back? Don't talk back? I don't know. Put up with. These are Beanie Babies. Fad toys in the 1990s. I had a Beanie Baby I have a Beanie Baby from my graduation in 2002 from high school. Or was it 2006 for college? Anyway, Lily pulled the tag off after all these years. It would have been worth millions. All right. Sound of a water balloon hitting the ground. Splat. What 9 and 12 across are collectively in 2 ways. Hats. I don't know. April 13th for one. That's a date. Sure. Trojan war heroes whose name would total 18 points in Scrabble. Or hero, if it were a legal word. Ajax. Sore all over. I don't know. Bad things to use as hand towels at a fancy dinner party. Ties, maybe? Clutter. Like a mess. Sketched. Drew. See how much of this is right. Blue-winged bird. I always want to say winged. It feels more poetic. A blue-winged bird. Probably a J. So is this a jab then? Many Omanis and Yemenis, Arabs. Trails dedicated to cyclists. Bike paths. Everything's right so far. Visa or Discover offering. A debit card. So ties was wrong. So what are we not supposed to use as a hand towel at a fancy dinner party? Your rump. Imagine. One of Great Lakes, Erie. The only one I ever mentioned, except when other ones are mentioned. But mostly it's Erie. The West Wing president, Bartlett. Oh, I still haven't watched The West Wing. Had a nosh. This is not deja vu. Oh, deja vu. Right. I don't know where that U came from. Had a nosh. 8. Hackneyed. Hackneyed. Back streets. Alleys? Oh, is it beanie with an A? It would be IES. Alleys. Okay, I'll go with that, but I'm still confused. Slightly open as a door, ajar. Contact via a PA system, say. Page? Paging Dr. Blah. Annual Austin Multimedia Festival, in brief. Annual Austin Multimedia Festival. X something? Bad things to use as towels at a fancy dinner party. Rags? Is it X Southwest or something? They're all they're all caps. SXSW. Okay. Yes, they are all caps. True. They're all yelling at me. I don't know what we're doing for April 13th then. Sore all over, ache. Hackneyed, banal. Put up with, abide, jed. Okay. April 13th. B verse construction is a dam. How did I miss that? Or did I not read it? Maybe I haven't gotten there yet. Blank up one sleeve. Ace up one sleeve. And it's a date. Achy. Alleys is spelled EYS? I guess it is. Why is alleys not pluralized in the standard way? Spelling. Anyway, how'd you do? Let's do strands. Today's theme is while not in use. Like turn something off when it's not in use. Tool something. Tool stool. I don't know. What are we talking about here? We're while not in use. Bicycle. I have no idea why bicycle fits while not in use. I guess we'll find out. Wheel? Wheelbarrow? What? Grill. Grill is... Storage shed? So things you would find in your storage shed. A bicycle, a grill, and a wheelbarrow. Okay, well, these are kind of random. So a tool... Maybe just tools? Okay. A hose and a mower. Yeah, while it's not in use, it's in your storage shed. Got it. Okay. I want a storage shed in my backyard, but the HOA requires it to match the house. So you kind of have to get it custom built, and that makes it way more expensive. So I don't have a storage shed. Anyway, the ones I've seen, though, are very cute. It's like little mini versions of their houses in their backyard. Like they match the paint of the house, and they match the roof style. Very cute. Anyway, how'd you do? Hello, today's bonus game is Weaver. We need to get from peel to pair. And to be clear, the rules are, it's standard word ladder rules. You can only change one letter. And so P has to change to a different letter, or E has to change to a different letter, or this E has to change to a different letter, or L has to change to a different letter. Right? You can't swap letters around. You can't change more than one at once. And in addition to that, it has to be a valid word each time. And this game's actually relatively strict about what's a valid word. I see a lot of suggestions for words that it would not accept. But anyway, Mondays are supposed to be pretty easy. The P is already correct. So it's possible we could do this in 3, but oftentimes what that means is we have to do it in 5. That we have to change the P to something else first and then change it back to a P. So the big thing that to think about with word ladders is how do we get the vowel to be a consonant? How do we get the consonant to be a vowel? Because like from here, right, there's no way we're making that L a vowel, right? So maybe we should think about how we're making this E a consonant. And I don't think pearl is a word that way. So like we could, one thought I had is we could go to heel. If we go to heel, then we could get to hare and then back to pear, right? Hare is in like a rabbit. But it doesn't solve our problem of making this an R or making this an E. Hurl's not a word. Now, hurl is a word, but we'd have to move this E to a U first. So I'm not convinced we go to H, at least not right away. Pearl is EAR. We already talked about that. So I think I need to change the E to a consonant. Maybe a double L would do a good job. So what if we did heel to hell, and then hall, and then hail, and then hair, and then pear? Is that minimum? That's 6. The optimal is 4 changes. So should we try again to try to do it in 4? How are we doing it in 4? 4 changes is interesting. So I think that what that means is we leave the P alone. Because if we change the P, our only option is to do it in 5 minimum. So we leave the P alone, and we're going to change one of these letters twice is what's happening here. So is Pel a word? No. Is maybe something like Pete? No, Pete is EA. Peel with an A. Does that actually help? Then we could do Pete. But no, once we do one of those changes, all the other ones need to immediately go towards pear. So what am I missing here? P. Like we're definitely not going straight to any of these. Sorry, we're not going straight to the R here, and we're not going straight to the E. Sorry, we're not going straight to the E there. So one of these E's or the L is going to change, and then later it'll become the correct letter, and everything else will be correct after that. So what about something like peer? Problem is per isn't a word. So maybe I need to work backwards here. It feels like working backwards, we'd end up with this. Page or pave or I almost said pear. Pale. I think we're gonna go to pale. I think we're gonna go. I wish Pel was a word, because if we go to double L, that's it. I only allowed to change one word, one letter to the wrong letter once to do it in 4. Is this a word? No. Feels like my only option is to keep the double E, but then I need to pick something where I can change this now to an R. So I thought Pete and then Pert or something, but let's see what's possible. I know peer is possible. We're not doing double R for that. Pete, peep, peep and perp, like a perpetrator. No, see, like you would think of solving on your like without this software that I could go Pete to perp. But then parp isn't a word anyway. But it doesn't accept perp. So peas, maybe a plural. Pers. No. peed, purred, peef, peak, peak, perk, peak and perk, park, pair. There it is. Okay, so our solution is peak. So from peel, we go peak, perk, pair, park, pair. Got it. All right. Well, let's spin the bonus game wheel and see what tomorrow's game is going to be. It is Zoran Dobson's suggestion of Chicago Sun times Chicago style mini crossword. All right, so we're doing a mini crossword tomorrow from the Chicago Sun Times. Cool. As always, there's a link in the description. And how'd you do? And that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to watch my Wordle solve, you can click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.